No, this is the first broken.
We did one.
Oh, we did.
That just wait. Did it? Yeah, it just dropped. But
I had a broken arm.
That was like
So we're kind of coming to the end of it. As you can see, I can move my arm a little bit. I am still rather depressed. Basically, I'm at the point of this recovery where I'm not in survival mode, and now I'm like, Jesus Christ, my life got completely fucked up. I haven't forgotten my act, obviously, but I haven't done stand up in a month, which is not ideal when you're filming the special in what is it, a month and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
Fuck, dude, this sucks.
It's all right. Just a little more working on the movie, a little more touring.
Yeah, I have to go. So right now, basically, we're recording a bunch of episodes. You know how this fucking podcast works. We're recording. I'm back in New York for a few days, so we're doing podcasts, and then I'm going back to finish the movie for 2 weeks, and then I have like 3 days off. We go on tour, and then I kind of do like, because 4th of July kind of forces me to take some time off. I have a couple days off there, but that's the time I wish I was like cranking the special. We'll probably add small shows, so whatever. But yeah, we're about to go on tour. And I'm excited, but it's like, fuck, man. When will it end?
It sucks. This tour run was supposed to be like victory lap, specials in the can. Let's have some fun out there.
Let's have some fun. Let's do a movie. Let's do a movie with a movie star.
Now it's more important than ever because you have to tighten up your set again and relearn the rhythms.
Yeah. Which is fine. It's just the kind of thing that I'm actually doing some spots at the Cellar and like locally and just like, but man, I wish the special was in the can right now. Man, I would suck a genie's dick to put that special in the can, but there's no genie. I can't suck blue cock. Blue is the good genie, and Jafar was red is a bad genie, apparently. You know, I've always been fascinated by genies, honestly. And jinn and DGIN. I just love the concept of a, spirit or whatever the fuck, of an Arabian spirit.
Well, it sucks because no genie story ever ends well. It's always a moral, like you have to be careful what you wish for. There's always downside.
They all love to trick you.
I know.
Why can't a genie just give you $500,000?
Yeah.
Why can't a genie give you more money than you'll ever need, and it doesn't take all the love away from your life or whatever?
I know. You need to be able to like prompt a genie like AI, like be like, tell me how to wish for this. Tell me how to use my two other wishes. In a way, it's like, help me refine the prompt.
AI, which never is wrong. You wish to be the hottest guy of all time, and AI, and then Grok makes you look like Elon Musk. You're a fucking idiot, AI. But yes, you should be able to. What you should be able to get is like a chance to mold your wish a little bit. Like, I asked for a huge dick. You're not allowed to make every woman's pussy really small. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fair, genie. Just give me a huge dick. Don't make every woman's pussy small, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, having said that, I would gamble on a genie right now. I'm pretty dejected, but we're getting back. It's fine. Once I start doing stand-up, that actually helps my mood, and I can soon exercise again, which will be very helpful because I think I'm really depressed.
Ooh, I bet you're gonna be doing that motion a lot.
Huh? You think I'm going to be slow? Yeah. First of all, I can barely do it. Who would want to get jerked off this slowly?
I know you're training your arm for it.
I see.
You can't do it all the way as fast as you want to right now. But
eat it up, Elvis. Eat up when I'm you literally are like a mom who's happy when her child gets a fucking disease because you get the attention.
I have Munchausen.
You have Munchausen's by proxy. You're the one who fucked that scooter up, aren't you, Elvis?
Yep.
I was getting too close to under 270, so you gave me a fucking actually I lost weight because I was depressed. This is the first time in my life I've ever I went off the fucking meds even because I was like, I have zero appetite.
Wow.
And I was just depressed. Like for a week I went off that shit and I didn't eat it, and I was just sad. It was the first time in my life I've ever been so sad I haven't eaten.
Interesting.
And I got to 260 like one, and then I was like, this isn't healthy. So then I just started forcing myself to eat more, and I can't cook because I have one arm, so it's just takeout. So I've just gained back like 6 pounds, but it's been of dog shit.
Interesting. Hold on, I'm just writing a note to myself. Starve yourself 2 to 3 times a day. Sorry, what?
Nothing, man. Yeah, you try that. It'll work.
I'm ready to bring in a lot more fake typing gags into this shit.
You're enjoying something that probably, depending on our release schedule, hasn't happened yet.
I know.
Anyway, we recorded another episode today, and Eldest is making callbacks to it. But here's the thing. This is sort of like we're at the lowest point in the hero's journey, right? This is the like darkest night, or night of whatever the fuck it's called. And we're going to triumphantly come back. But in the meantime, let's talk to you guys. Let's see what's going on with you. Just because I'm depressed doesn't mean we also have canceled this show a couple times. Yes. Not that it matters, because most people listening don't like give a fuck about the Discord, but because of my arm, I forgot I had a couple of doctor's appointments. So anyway, felt like we owed it to you guys. We wanted to talk to you. I like to check in. So what do we got, Eldest? Who do we got on the horn?
Let's start with Edith here.
Edith,
you're on with me and Stav. Are you there?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Interesting.
Yeah, we can hear. Wait.
No, I can't hear.
Talk again?
Is it only coming out of your headphones? Like a dumbass?
Did you hear that?
No.
Fuck. Talk again, Edith. Keep talking.
Sorry, Edith. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Maybe you can hear me, but I cannot hear you. I don't know how Eldest figured this out.
Oh, fuck.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on, I can't. Hold on, Edith. Hang tight.
Yep. And he's going to blame the new studio, but it's the exact same stuff. We haven't upgraded yet. Okay.
Edith, talk now.
Hello.
There she is.
Yes. What's going on? Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great.
All right. What's ailing you? Sorry for the technical difficulties, my friend.
Oh, no problem. I am 37. My husband is 40. We have 2 kids, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Nice.
And yeah, we were finally like at a pretty relatively peaceful point in our lives after like having 2 young children so close together.
For sure.
And now my husband won't stop badgering me for another baby.
Ooh.
And he knows like how hard it was postpartum for both of us, like mentally and physically. But I think he just has like amnesia / baby fever at the moment.
Sure.
And like at first he was just like saying he wanted another baby jokingly, and like kind of just like played along with it. But like the more serious he got, like I just kind of sat him down and said, like, it's never gonna happen. I have an IUD in.
Yeah.
But only way you're gonna get another baby is like if you get another wife or something.
Damn, respect.
And so like I know that like he took me seriously and like he believed what I was saying, but like he still like continues to like bring it up jokingly, and like it's gotten to the point where he kind of like has gotten the kids along to kind of like
that's so
like
fucked.
ask them, oh you want
don't
like
you want a little
sibling,
sister?
Right? Like,
that's so shitty. That sucks.
So like I had like the serious conversation with him. At this point like I just want him to like shut the fuck up about it. So like how do I get him to do that?
Yeah, that's interesting because like look, he just didn't take you seriously on that first conversation. Like that's the hard part is like he should have just listened, but he didn't. And then also look, I think you're giving him a nice amount of credit of where you're like, it was so hard for both of us postpartum. No, it fucking wasn't. It was hard on you look, I'm sure his life was more annoying, but in terms of who that shit's harder, like I've seen it now, firsthand where my best friend had a kid, it's harder on her. My brother had a kid, and my brother is like he's the most over the top, wants to spend every minute with his son possible. Still, the baby loves its mom way more and needs its mom way more. So like, let's start there. He's asking you to do something that's harder on you than it is on him. That's number one. And then number two is after you had the conversation with him, he's still not taking you seriously in a way that should annoy you, right? Like you don't have to like preemptively kind of make excuses. You could just be like, hey, because to me, I think you're trying to keep the peace. You're trying to like just, not make this a big deal. He kind of is making it a big deal by not listening to you the first time, in my opinion, right? Like this kind of escalates of the like, hey, like, I mean, I do think another conversation is in order where you're just like, I really don't appreciate this. It doesn't feel like maybe you don't mean anything by it. And look, it's very possible that he doesn't mean anything by it, right? It's very possible that he's being kind of jokey, whatever. But if that's the case, then it shouldn't be hard for him to stop if you say it again, because it's like, look, this isn't buying a new car, right? It isn't something that's like, okay, it would be kind of annoying for us, but we can evenly spread, whoever, or even he can save up the money for it, whatever. He wants something that you have to do. And it's kind of fucked up of him to kind of keep badgering you, in my opinion. So I don't know, like, because like if you, for example, were like, fine, let's have a kid, he would in a second, right?
Yeah, and I know he agrees with that because like he knows like I'm not going to change my mind, and like no amount of like if we had more money or if we live somewhere else, like no amount of like anything will change my mind about it.
Yeah,
and I think that's what really bothers me about why he continues to bring it up, even like in a jokey way.
Yeah,
and it kind of just like also continues a trend because like we've been together for almost like 18 years at this point.
Damn.
And I feel like during that time we've obviously changed a lot since like our early 20s. Like we're almost 40 now.
Of course.
And like in the past couple of years, I feel like, especially since we've had kids, he's become like more morally conservative, like not in like a MAGA manosphere way, but just like he will say things like, I'll be super disappointed if I don't have grandchildren. And like he started wanting to go to church recently. And I think it's just like continuing a trend where like it sucks. Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, and look, this is here is the elephant in the room with this conversation, which is you're in an impasse. There's a serious, life decision thing. You've dealt with it in the way that in the past it has worked in your relationship. And this time it's just not taking, right? I assume you guys have been together for 20 years. I assume in the past you've had disagreements. You've sat him down, you've said whatever, and he's respected those boundaries. I'm going to guess, right? Does that sound about right? Or is this a problem he's had in general?
No, he's we've worked it out in the past.
Yeah. So, and so now you're like, you've seen him kind of changing a little bit, and the one thing he's really pushing the issue on is something that is about your autonomy of your body. Cause he's basically like, oh, come on. I want to use your body to make a fucking thing that I hug and have to care for, half as much as you or whatever the fuck, right? Because it just makes me feel better knowing I have more children or whatever the fuck. So the elephant, unfortunately, in the room is like, if he continues to, and I think what's sort of like sad about it or worrisome anyway, and you don't have to think negatively, but if he keeps doing this, he's just ignoring you. And this is the kind of thing that's a deal breaker in a relationship, even a really good one. And, I don't mean to be negative or anything, but I do think that is the problem here. And that's why this isn't just like a kind of disagreement. This is like this isn't like, oh, I want to get a bigger house. This is like, hey, I want to be able to fucking dictate what you do. And the fact that it's pregnancy and not just like, even if you put down a firm boundary on something that didn't affect you personally, but was like a collaborative thing, he should respect that too, right? But this in particular is like, for you, the deal breakers are what? I'm assuming what it does to your body, and then also the extra stress of having a baby, basically. Like, Like, there's no scenario where you'd adopt a kid, for example, or you'd have a surrogate or something like that, is there?
Definitely not.
Yeah. So if it's like both your body and the care, there's like no world where you want to do this. I think you just unfortunately have to, this escalates into like, hey, I really don't feel respected as a human being because you're not being respected on a baseline level. And then when you tie that into a sort of traditional, seeing your husband going into a more traditional, more conservative way, whatever, again, you're saying not MAGA, not whatever, but in like a family values, the man is in control, we must go to church shit. Combined with that, if he takes this as like I'm ultimately the man of the house type thing, I get your frustrations and your worry there. But, I just think you have to have another conversation with him. And if he keeps doing it, then it just becomes like all right, we have to go to couples counseling now. You know what I mean? Like, if he keeps disrespecting you, you just have to keep escalating it to seriousness, in my opinion, right? Because you don't want to have a fucking kid. You'd never have a kid again, right?
Not a million years. But yeah, I agree. And like, I know like he's rational and he listens to me. So it's kind of like baffling that this is like the one point that I just can't get through to him on. So,
and look,
it's frustrating.
It's totally frustrating. And to play a little devil's advocate here, maybe this isn't like some sinister thing where he wants to control you or anything. Maybe it's the fact that on some level, he really wants another kid. You might be right. He just has amnesia, right? He didn't think about how bad it was. All he's thinking about it is, and maybe he doesn't understand, even after that conversation, he doesn't understand how important it is to you as a person, not just as a preference, right? Because now, and again, maybe I'm projecting, you tell me if I'm wrong, I would assume that what feels even worse than this is not that he's trying to change your mind, but that it's not even what it's about. It's the fact that he thinks he can just steamroll you. I would assume that's an extra layer of like annoyance at this situation, right?
Yeah, in a sense, because he knows for sure I'm not budging at all. It's just the fact that it's still coming up. And part of me like says like he's just making a stupid joke. I'm taking it too seriously. Like it's never going to happen. But it's like just the one thing that, as a joke, it's not something. It's something that makes me feel so uncomfortable to the point that like I made like a spontaneous appointment with my gyno just to like triple check my IUD was like 100% in and I'm not get accidentally pregnant.
Yeah, you're like, was I sleeping? Did he fucking stick a fishing rod up my pussy and take out that IUD?
He's got one of those jeweler's monoscopes on.
Yeah, he's got the jeweler's loop looking for it. He's looking in your pussy with a Sherlock Holmes fucking magnifying glass. Where is the contraceptive, Watson? Okay.
But yeah, like I was ready to get 2 of them at one point, but it's like not something like I can even joke around with at this point.
So, okay, then to me, that's all that matters here, right? No matter what it is, if something your partner is doing makes you so uncomfortable, right? Like we're not at a roast. He can't be like, hey, it's jokes. What is this? You know what I mean? Cancel culture's gone too far. It's like, no, your wife has begged you to stop doing something and you keep doing it. To me, it is as simple as that. And the fact that it is about pregnancy and something that relies so heavily on you kind of makes it 10 times. It's the worst thing to joke about, in my opinion, in this instance, because, it combines two real insecurities of yours. Not being taken seriously and also, your husband just kind of changing into a weird conservative guy who's trying to control you. And again, I'm not saying any of that is real. And I think hopefully this is a reasonable person that you've shared a life with, had kids with, et cetera, et cetera. Hopefully this is just a thing he does really want. And so it made him not take you as seriously as he should have. And when you make it clear, like, hey, we have 2 issues here. A, I'm never going to get pregnant. Forget about that. Get that out of your mind completely. But B, every time you do this, I feel disrespected and I feel like you're not taking me seriously as a person. And if hopefully he responds to that. And if he doesn't, then it's like, all right, we have bigger problems to work out, in like literally couples counseling. But yeah, if anything, this call could be is like, We can be a sounding board to let you know that it's okay to be pissed off about that, and you don't have to just like pretend it's fine.
Oh yeah, thanks. That's good to hear. Yeah, I really just wanted a straight man's opinion because I don't really know any. So thank you.
Totally. And look, I mean, I really have seen it with my, like I said, my sister-in-law and my best friend. It's like, even when the dads want to be as involved as possible, like babies use mom as a fucking, basically a mother is like an external battery and a baby is a dying cell phone. Yeah. They got to be strapped to their mom and suck them of energy basically to stay alive for the first like 4 years of their life. So yeah.
This call makes me think of something my dad told me once, which was, I guess you could say his form of passing on wisdom to me.
I love this quote. Go ahead.
Where we were just like talking and he was like, do you want to have kids? This is like a few years ago. I was like, I don't know. I guess maybe not really. I was just like expressing concerns about having a kid, big commitment, blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, first he said, yeah, it's kind of bullshit, but you just got to do it. I was like,
sage
okay.
words.
But then he was like,
an even smarter thing.
Then he was like, you just have to do it in life. Like, plus, and then his big wisdom was, well, the world raises kids. He said to me in Albanian, which is just like, when you have a kid, no matter what kind of parent you are, the process of time will raise them one way or another.
Right.
Time will go on, life will happen, and the kids will be raised. That probably is a thought that a lot of men have.
A lot of immigrants who don't realize what they mean is my wife raises my kids.
Right.
Like that's just, and listen, I loved your dad, great guy, rest in peace. Wouldn't say he's father of the year.
Yeah, sure.
He wasn't bad. He really wasn't. But he was just like, that's the attitude he took. And so it's like, yes, that's what a lot of dudes think. It's like, well, yeah, it just happens. It's like, no, a woman has to fucking do it usually.
Yeah.
So anyway, you called the right straight guys who have absentee immigrant fathers and whose friends are going through it right now and who's like female friends are going through having kids. So yeah, we're with you, sister. Good luck out there. And fingers crossed he's just kind of being a little bit of a dickhead, but once you show how serious it is to you, he'll switch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You got it.
Good luck.
See you, Edith.
Bye.
Bye.
That shit is real though. Like in a way that like I always knew, but seeing it with fucking our friends, it's like, Jesus Christ, these babies will not leave their fucking mom alone.
I know.
It's like, dude, get off her dick.
I saw some awesome stat on Twitter too that was like it was like, they asked men the top 10 things they value in life or something. And one of the top ones was like having kids, having offspring, and like very low on the list was like the importance of having mental health, having grip on like your mental health or whatever. And yeah, listen, so funny.
It's especially if a guy is having a more conservative bent, these idiots who start thinking about their legacy. It's like, well, I must have an heir. It's like, to what?
I know.
An heir to what, you motherfuckers? It's like, that's not how shit goes. Do you know your great-grandfather? Do you even think about your great-grandfather? I don't even know the guy's fucking name. I assume it's Emmanuel, just because Greek people go last whatever the fuck. But it's like, I don't fucking know my great-great-grandfather, and your great-great-grandkid won't fucking know you. Shut the fuck up about legacy, you dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We're all going to fucking die. Life is about having a good time and helping people, if you can. Making everybody around you have as good a time as possible. Next question.
Honky Tonk Man.
What's up, Honky Tonk Man?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, brother? You're on with me and Stav.
It's great to hear from you guys. How are you all doing today?
We're doing all right, my friend. But, we're here to talk about you. What's ailing you?
All right, so it feels like it's a sign from the universe, and
he wants to do
the
something
sign
evil.
is, should I open my relationship?
Yeah, okay.
Let me stop you right there.
No,
oh, yeah.
No, next. Okay, Eldest, next caller. Go ahead, buddy. Let's hear the fucking mental gymnastics you've been doing while beating off in the last 3 months. Go ahead.
Well, look, so it just keeps happening to other people in my life. And I'm with Eldest. It sounds really cool.
He was, by the way, he was mocking you.
By the way, that's a joke. I'm happily monogamous, married to my wife who I love. Never want to open up my relationship.
But it doesn't sound cool.
You know what sounds cool? You know what sounds cool? Doing a fucking backflip off a motorcycle. If you tried doing that, you bang your fucking head on the pavement. So yeah, it sounds cool. Let's see what happens to you when you attempt it. But go ahead.
Well, it's just that okay, so
Tell us these signs, these undeniable signs the universe keeps sending you. Let's hear those first.
Well, okay. So I'm in the queer community. I'm
bi. All right. You know what?
Everyone in the queer community is open nowadays.
That's plus 1 point for you.
That's a good argument. So we'll give you 1 point. Go ahead.
Okay. So
let me ask you this. Are you dating a man? Yes. Let me ask you this. Are you dating a man or a woman?
I've never been with a man. I'm dating a non-binary person. Thank you.
Okay. You're dating a non-binary person and you've never been with a man. You're bisexual. So sometimes you jack off to possibly fucking dudes.
Yes, that's exactly. You know what? Nail on the head, Stavvy.
Okay.
Nail on the head.
Okay. And you're with a non-binary person. All right. Oh, you know what? We'll give you another point. Go ahead.
And it's not like it wouldn't be a thing where if my partner said that they didn't want to do it, like that would not throw everything.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Haven't asked your partner about it. We're taking away a point. Well, so you're at one.
We've talked about it.
Okay,
we've talked about it.
And what have they said? Have they been enthusiastic?
So. The first time it got brought up because my brother was in an open relationship, but it didn't go well for him.
Okay, another point gone. You're back at 0. Go ahead.
The second time it got brought up, it's because our best friends also opened their relationship, and it's going well for them.
All right, 1 point.
The first time it got brought up, okay, we're back in positive. That's good.
Back at 1.
Right. So the first time that it got brought up, it was basically a no. Not even really a no, just kind of like I don't really feel like I want to share you with anyone else. Sure. Which I get. I get, Then, some time passed and I was fine. It wasn't even that I was fine with that. I was just like, okay, that's your boundary. That's cool. Hadn't even thought about it that much. It had just happened to my brother. He was getting a divorce because of it. It just didn't sound fun.
Right.
But then our best friends opened their relationship, and all they're telling us is about how fun it is.
Okay. Let me follow up.
Yes.
How long has this been going on, and what's your best friend's setup? Are they gay guys? Are they lesbians? Are they bisexual people? What are we dealing with here? What's their loadout?
They are a heterosexual couple, but I don't know what they actually describe themselves as.
Okay.
I think a little bit more.
They're fruity.
Oh God, I'm in the community and I can't even fit.
They're sort of fruity straight people.
Yeah. But I don't even want to limit because one of the
maybe
girl
pan.
is like. Yeah, pan
gotcha.
Definitely at least probably pan.
Okay. So we're talking about a straight guy and a bisexual woman. Okay. Or a pan person, a pan woman. Straight guy, pan woman. So and how long has it been fun for them? How long has it been going on?
I forget exactly. It's almost coming up on like half a year. Maybe 5 months. It might have been around January.
Okay.
When it got discussed.
New Year's resolution.
Interesting. Okay.
So almost half a year, and they said that, and I think anyone who, or at least of the poly people or people who open their relationships that I've talked to, they say that at the beginning it is always a little rocky, and they said that they experienced that, but since then it's gone phenomenal. My friend Daniel told me, you don't know how much sex I'm having. And,
Okay, this is interesting. I'd love to dive in here. So we're talking about straight guy, pan woman. Are they both, like, who's hot? Are they both hot?
They're both hot.
They're both hot. Okay, so this is a guy who fucks on his own.
Well, he's like one of those like kind of he's like one of those wacky zany hots that like is popular nowadays.
Sure. Sure.
Like
she let me hit because I'm goofy,
flamboyant
type of guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Out there kind of guy.
Yeah.
But they're both. I think they're both hot, and I guess the root of my question is like, well, so the second time me and my partner discussed it, we were both a lot more open to it after we heard that it had been going so well with our friends.
Okay.
But the openness became, well, we would have to find the person or a person that would even bring the question back up. Now I'm sitting here thinking we have two great people whom we both love, and
you just want to fuck your friends. That's what this is about.
It's 2026 stuff. Who doesn't?
I don't want to fuck Eldest, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's your problem, dude.
Would you suck Eldest's dick?
He's in a happy monopoly.
Oh, that's a no, Eldest. Wow. He hits you with he's in a happy. That pause.
I had to disconnect your ass right now.
No, don't, please. I wanted to say
he's more into twinks. He's more into twinks. He's not a bear guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Look,
that's a tough pause. That was a long pause, Elvis.
I think I would.
Oh, yeah, now you would. Anyway, whatever. We got you.
You're like, if I had to think about it for a really long time.
If sucking Eldest's dick made my partner let me suck other guys off, sure, I guess I'd bite the bullet. Okay. So I see. So you're scheming to fuck your friends here. I see.
Not even necessarily scheming. It's just more like, well, we've had this secondary conversation where we've talked about, well, if there's a person, we'd be open to discussing it again. So should I even bring it back up with my partner and say, well, now we do know two people, and I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how my partner would think of it, like what they would think of it.
Yeah. So we're back to -1 now.
You lost 2 points?
You lost 2 points because you clearly
you wouldn't suck me off.
Yeah. One, because you wouldn't suck Eldest's dick. And one, because even after 2 conversations, like, look, to me, your partner doesn't want to do this. Like, what I've heard is like, and look, I might be wrong, right? But what I'm hearing is you have this, unstoppable zeal to fuck other people, right? And this idea that especially your particular friends and your partner first was really against it, then heard something positive. And it's like, look, if your friends come back from a fucking trip to Aruba and they talk about how awesome it is, you and your partner the next day are going to be like, should we go to Aruba? And then a week later, you're like, no, we can't go. We can't afford it, whatever. I think probably your partner was swept up and like, ooh, that sounds fun. And the fact that you're nervous to even bring it up again, because at a certain point you become the guy who's like, so when am I going to get to fuck someone else? Like,
well, no, that's not, I understand that's how it sounds. I think I'm also swept up in it a lot because it happened both times, because I learned about my brother's open relationship and our friend's open relationship pretty close together.
Right.
So it's one of those things where just like psychologically it's on my mind a lot. And like I said towards the beginning, if my partner says no, then I'm perfectly fine.
Sure.
But
you want to fuck your friends. I see. So look,
if the opportunity arose.
So okay, let me ask you this then. Your part. So what? Like, I guess my question is like, look, if you want this to be a thing, that's fine. I just think you've made it very clear you're interested in this. You kind of have to wait for your partner to kind of take the initiative. I think to show some initiative on the before you can press it again, right? If you get an opening, if they're like, hey, I've been thinking about it, I've been like, you want to talk, or if they want to talk to you about it, then you can say how you feel. But I think you bringing it up again, sort of like, is like, look, if it comes up naturally, I say have the conversation. I just don't think it's risen to the point of like, well, this is something we must figure out. Unless it's, unless you really, really want it. To me, it sounds more like, and it also sounds like what you and your partner are talking about are, you're talking about the right person. You're talking more about experimenting sexually together, which definitely is a type of open relationship, but it's also a lot different than, all right, shake hands, let's see who can fuck the most people, and then we'll come back in a week, right? You're talking about maybe having a threesome with someone. You're talking about having a shared experience with someone. And that's a little different vibe than, completely opening shit up. So maybe it's a gradual thing where it's like, why don't you experiment a little bit sexually? Maybe, consider bringing another person in, whatever. But I don't think you can sort of like push the issue right now. I would say you need a kind of an excuse to bring this up again. Or at least let some time pass and let some new developments, like when this relationship inevitably crashes and burns, your friends or whatever, then you can bring it up. But, I would say you wouldn't say you sense excitement on your partner's behalf for this idea, do you?
I guess not. And I did forget we had a third brief conversation where I brought it up and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about it. And they were like, thank God you brought it up because I can't either. And we basically just kind of said the same thing again, where like we would, if someone came along that made us want to revisit this conversation.
But see, that to me, can I tell you what that sounds like? That sounds like no, but I'll give you the 1 in a million. Like if fucking, Selma Hayek wants to fuck us, we'll do it. Like, to me, that sounds like a partner that's like, I've moved from absolutely definitely not to, I guess if the absolute one perfect person showed up, we could fuck them together. To me, that sounds like someone who's not into this and has like barely changed their opinion on paper to appease you. And maybe I'm off, but that's what it feels like from sitting over here anyway.
I see what you mean. I guess slight context is that my partner was also asexual, and now we fuck nonstop. Not to brag, but like
you brought the freak out.
Yeah,
that was something that changed. And everything. Yeah. So it was something where like they at the time had never thought that they would have sex, and then they said, well, it did, or I did, so.
So this person has created such a romantic bond with you. They have started having sex just with you in a way they never thought. And now you're like, awesome. I fucking opened the floodgates on this fucking pussy. Let's really put it to work. And they're like, yeah, I guess if like a really hot person we both wanted to fuck. And you're like, nice, dude. I fucking tricked them into sucking my dick. I could trick them into sucking some more dick. Look, I'm saying there's two different ways. And look, we were fighting you on this because we have to, I really want you to hear the opposing arguments here. I see what you mean, that they might just open up their horizons. But I think there's also a version of this where you see it from their perspective, which is like, I met this person I really love, and it woke a specific sexual desire in me because of the connection I feel to them. To me, what I'm hearing on paper is like you have a person who just started wanting to fuck a person they love, let alone a stranger who's sort of hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's not you see it as a positive. To me, I'm like, I could also see this as a, this is a give a moose a muffin situation. It's like, give a moose some pussy, he's gonna want to suck dick and eat pussy. You know what I mean? So,
well, and the other thought, or the other thing is that like I had this conversation with someone recently where I was kind of explaining my point of view. It's like when you were a kid, everyone had a teacher they wanted to fuck.
Sure.
But if that teacher, at least for me, I am fat and low confidence and everything. So if a teacher approached me and wanted to have sex with me in my dream, or as a kid, I was jerking off to that all the time. Right. But if that would have happened in real life, I don't think I would have been able to play ball.
Oh, you think you wouldn't want to get molested? What the fuck? What kind of example is this?
How is this helping your argument?
I think if push came to shove, I wouldn't like getting molested. Why couldn't you have just said a hot girl, dude? Why couldn't you said the popular girl in school? Why did you have to make this a pedophilic fantasy? Anyway, I know what you mean, though.
I was the molestee. It wasn't pedophilic for me.
I know. It was just it's weird to make it.
I know.
The point is, I see what you mean, though. Is this, you're saying, do you even want this, or is this just a fantasy, a sort of fantasy to you? Is that what you're trying to get at?
I guess so. I guess my original thought was that I would go for it immediately, but I don't even know if it's just like psychological fantasy, like you said, or if I am just that much of a deviant now.
Yeah, I think you just, you immediately took your situation for granted. You have a partner that wants to fuck all the time. Which you should kind of be flat. I mean, that would feel nice if an asexual person was like, ooh, I had a sexual awakening with some fat guy, some fat piece of shit, right? So I would say—
It's amazing, yeah.
I see a little bit of— I'm hearing— thank you for saying you're fat, because what I'm hearing is something I've overcome, but I'm hearing the greed of a fat man that finally gets pussy. Yeah. I'm hearing— Exactly. I'm hearing the sexual greed of someone who finally— because what they say is like, revolutions don't happen when you've completely subjugated a people, when they're slaves, when they're completely under military rule. They actually happen once life starts improving a little bit, right? Like once you start feeling, wanting better things, that's when you violently overthrow things. And it sounds like you want to violently overthrow your monogamous relationship now that you want to be a pussy revolutionary now. And look, here's what I'll tell you.
I don't necessarily know if I want that, but
you want it. You fucking want it.
Wait, real quick.
And you know what? Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead with your thought, but real quick, how old are you, your partner, and,
that's a good point.
and the friends?
We're all 26 or 25.
Yeah.
So look, my friend. Look. You're right at the age, like a little older than this, I would say don't even think about it. This might, no disrespect to this relationship, I'm not saying you're not going to get, I'm not saying this might not get married, but I'm just saying a relationship in your mid-20s where you're sexually adventurous, if it comes up, you've already had this conversation, you're in the queer community like you said, you're both open-minded. I think where you're at is, if this comes up, you've made it known that you have some interest in it, right? I don't think you can push the issue anymore. You've put it out there. If you and your partner find yourself at a party and you're hitting it off with somebody, or it comes up naturally, whatever, or they bring it up to you one day, I say go for it, try it, see what happens. And if push comes to shove and you don't want to do it, that's fine too. But I think that's where you're at. You've made it clear how you feel. Now the ball is in either your partner or the universe's court, in my opinion.
I don't disagree at all. I completely agree.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad we figured this out. I'm glad we could talk this out, and I'm glad you heard some opposing arguments to what sounds like your deepest desire.
I appreciate it. I did want to say I'm a huge fan. I saw you in Cincinnati. It was a great show.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks for coming.
Of course. But yeah, thanks. You give me the fat representation that I need.
Sounds
especially
like
to be a fat little rascal.
Respect. Maybe I've given you motherfuckers a little too much confidence. It sounds like.
I think you have.
I need to dial my shit back. Now. I need to stop winning. We're having fat tyrants all across America, finally getting pussy and then thinking they're the shit. And listen,
it's our time soon.
You're right. The fatter America gets, and the more everyone loses weight and shit, a confident fat man will be even more powerful in the future.
We're a commodity soon. Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, good luck. Hope you suck and fuck out there.
Thanks.
We're rooting
I
for
appreciate
you.
it. Love you guys.
Yeah, love
good
you
luck,
too.
honky tonk.
All right.
He's gonna be like, see, I talked to Stav, and he said if someone comes along, we should definitely do it.
Yeah. So here's a list of 8 girls I want to fuck and 3 guys. Interesting. Very funny.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
They're 25.
25.
Just do it. Even if you have to pressure them a little.
No.
You know, not in a bad way, but not in a bad way.
Even if you have to pressure your partner into sex.
If you have to coax them a little. Is that better?
I suppose in a court of law, I would rather defend the phrase coax than pressure, but not by much. Who else we got?
Pal, you there?
Hey, yeah, we're here.
What up?
What's going on?
Hi. Okay, so I wanted some advice. So my aunt and I have gotten close for the first time ever in my adult life.
Cool.
And for context, like she's nearing retirement. She's kind of unemployed right now, like figuring things out. The complication is her husband is at the end of his prison sentence. So right now she's holding on to like this large property that her dream is for him to like, when he comes home next year, for him to come and move in. But she really wants to move to this small retirement community, get the equity out of the house and like live in a 1-bedroom, live her life. The problem is where she wants to move, felons are not allowed. But like they're technically married, but like not in a good relationship. She hasn't even visited him in the past year. And I genuinely don't even know if she likes him. So I'm curious, what should I tell her to get her to file for divorce before he's released next year?
Damn. This is fucking crazy. So how long have you said you got close as an adult last couple of years, or what's the timeline?
Yeah, I would say since like probably COVID, but recently we're seeing each other like, multiple times a month instead of like only at holidays. So
that's nice.
And it's the first time where it's like we're kind of adult to adult in our relationship.
You're friends.
So it's like first time that I feel like I could really say something that would be impactful, but like I don't know how to say it.
Okay, so you haven't even broached this subject. It's just something on the horizon that you're worried about.
Yeah, she brought it up about a month ago about how she wanted to do this, but that she felt like she couldn't because she's waiting for him to get out of prison. And I was like, well, you should just do it. And she was like, well, what about him? And I was like, who cares?
Yeah.
Now look, but she didn't seem very receptive.
Well, look, she's not going to be immediately receptive, right? Because you're talking about somebody who, I'm going to guess she ended up with and look, I don't want to disparage felons. People can get their life together, whatever. But like women who sort of have this like felon or even just like are too subservient to like whoever they're with. My guess is I don't know, was your grandfather a piece of shit? Because I do
know, but he like died when she was very young. So
gotcha. So whatever.
Also not the first marriage. So
not the first marriage. Interesting. Was the first husband a piece of shit?
Yes.
Okay, so all I'm saying is whatever the psychological issue is, she clearly has a psychological problem that keeps her sort of like with pieces of shit, whatever, and almost like I would even guess that the happiest she is when a guy is in prison because it's like she hasn't abandoned him, but also she doesn't have to actually be around him.
Totally.
And I think probably she's coming from an old-fashioned. I don't know, like, is this an old-fashioned situation? Like, I just see it because I've seen a lot with immigrant relationships. Look, even with my mother, with like friends of mine, it's like I had some conversation with my mom that she wasn't immediately receptive to. And then I basically was like, you should go to therapy. Because like, I think broaching with people of a certain age who are sort of maybe stuck in their ways, but if they're particularly I think your aunt reaching out to you is a sign that she does want, like, I think that's actually symbolically very important because she wants a connection with a younger person, with a woman who probably, your life has been better than, than your aunt's life probably, right? Like we were talking about on a different episode how like women couldn't have fucking credit cards sometimes until the 80s, basically. Like shit's been insane in the last like 2 generations, how much better life has gotten for women that, maybe on some level, her trying to relate to somebody of a younger generation is her trying to tap into some of that, right? And so I think what you're doing is right. I think like giving her that perspective that nobody else in her life is giving her. Because if it's not you, who's it going to be? Right? Like,
yeah, I feel like important context here is that like he's kind of insane. The reason he's in prison right now is he tried to commit suicide by cop. So like it's an unstable situation to begin with.
That's fucking awesome.
When this first happened,
my man let those 5 stars pile up, and then he started firing. Damn, he couldn't. Yeah. He found the one cop that wouldn't kill you.
He didn't die. It's fine, but I mean, it's not like the most stable dude to come home.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, how much time we got? A year? And the clock's ticking?
Yeah, we have a year before he comes up for parole or probation. Yeah.
So look, I think you just have to you need to be the person in her life that gives her this perspective, right? And I think is she the kind of person that would go into therapy, do you think?
She's pretty resistant to the idea, but I also haven't been insistent that she should do it.
Yeah, because I think like, look, this is the kind of thing that I hit some brick walls with some family members. And to my family members' credit, my mom, my brothers, like when I was like, look, we're at an impasse here. I think you need to like go to therapy. To their credit, they fucking went. And I'm very happy about that. You know, I would love if my father went. I don't think that's ever going to happen. You know, he's 70, you know, he's like in his 70s and he's fucking an immigrant. Like, I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I think that's what I would counsel you to do is like maintain this relationship with your aunt. Let her know, you know, how you feel, how you think she needs to just, you know, bring up the psychological stuff. You can also relate. I don't know if you've ever had these issues or if going to therapy has helped you or if you were in relationships where you felt you were sort of like stuck with a dude or whatever the fuck. But I think personally relating to your older relatives, like, I think really helps because the other thing is, you know, nobody sees themselves as an old person. Everybody still on some levels thinks they're just young, right? And nobody, you know, every year that I age, I'm like, oh, everyone feels this way. Nobody who's 37, everyone who's 37 thinks they're 28. You know what I mean? Like,
that's so true. But yeah, I do feel like my aunt is the type of person who, if I was like, hey, like maybe we should talk to somebody about this, she's going to be like, great. Is there a way that I can still like call 1-800-CLEO and get like a psychic involved instead of actual, you know, licensed help?
Well, listen, I think anything's better than what the fuck's going on here. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's like, because she just needs a sounding board that breaks from her patterns. You know what I mean? Like, but yes, if she's the type of lady that's into psychics, whatever the fuck, I just think getting her to think about it is a good, even if she wants to do it with stupid ways, is progress. I think that's all you can hope for is getting her to reflect. Because it sounds like she doesn't, you know, I don't know. Is she?
Like him.
Is she? Yeah. Is she happy in this relationship? Probably not. Right.
Right. She's very much like he's been, you know, away for a pretty long time now, and she has her whole independent life. And I feel like it's just now occurring to her that like, oh shit, we're at the end of this.
Right.
Even though she's had a great time and she feels like she needs to like accommodate this man who really isn't a part of her life anymore.
How long has this guy been away?
More than a decade. And yeah, I think the last time she visited him was probably like 2 years ago.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, this is just a classic thing where, and look, you might think that it's obvious and you know, whatever we know, it probably is, but she has to make this decision. And I think because the clock's ticking, you just need to push her to search her feelings in any way that you can. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, whether that's fucking, ideally it would be therapy, but it's like, you know, if she has to fucking talk to like a fucking, a psychic, literally, I'm not even kidding. Like, cause anything is better than this. Cause it sounds like to me, she's looking for an excuse or a reason to just do this. You know what I mean? And I think that's all you can do is try and give her that and try and let her search her feelings. And look, if she goes to therapy and the upset of all upsets, she actually does want to be with this guy, you got to respect that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, you just got to get her to do what she wants to do. It sounds like she's much happy. She has a whole plan and that like this is going to fuck it up. And even if she has no hard feelings towards the guy, she's just like, we've just grown apart because you fucking reached for a cop's gun in a Target. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of on him, right? As much as I don't think, felons should be punished and iced out of life after serving their time, in a personal relationship, if that affects the way somebody going away for 10 years is going to affect the marriage, right? No matter what the reason is. So yeah, I think that's what it is. And I think it's really important that you just kind of stay on her and like, you can push the issue too. You can be like, I really care about you. I think you can start casual, but if you feel like she's just kind of kicking the can down the road and not really grappling with this, I think you can kind of almost, not quite intervention, but just be like, I love you. I think either way, I think you're just not reckoning with the fact that what's his name is coming home, and you have to really think about what your life is going to look like. And I just want you to be happy either way. I think you have to have that conversation with her, right? I don't think you can be like, he's a fucking, don't be like, you got to drop that fucking scumbag and go to the retirement home. I think you have to be like, look, I'm just worried about you, and I hope you're not going to like stay in this marriage because of inertia, or I just think you haven't thought about it. From my perspective, you're building this life, and you have to reckon with the fact that might change. And do you want it to change? And how do you even feel about your husband who basically abandoned you to, again, try and get killed by a cop? Damn. No damage.
Which is so ridiculous. But yes, that's such good perspective. And totally, I'll try to get her to talk to like any third party.
Literally any third party, even a friend. Yeah. And then if all that fails, just like, see if you can get his parole overturned. No, don't keep him in jail just because, let the guy free. But
I won't do that just to spite the guy, but
yeah. I hope he's free. I just hope, your aunt is happy as well. But yeah, good luck. Let us know. Honestly, in a year's time, call us back. Let us know how it's going.
Absolutely will. Thank you so much for the advice, and we'll check back in.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Thanks.
Okay.
Attempting suicide by cop is pretty funny.
But it's also like, damn, dog, you didn't even fucking die. Did you? And clearly he didn't take one out.
That's a cry for help if you can't pull that one off.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Can't even get a cop to kill you in America. Come on, man. Fucking loser. It's like, damn, dude, you can't take some pills. You wanted to go out cool and you couldn't do it. And now your fucking wife might have to live in a shitty part of town because you can't get into the gated community.
Oh, God. Let's go to Epsilite.
Hello, Epsilite.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's up, fellas?
What's up with you? You tell us.
All right, I'll just get right into it.
I love it.
So, quick context. Grew up in a small town, America. Went to college right down the road from my house. Stayed at home during college. Got a degree that is functionally useless. And have been working random jobs ever since. Sort of directionless career-wise right now.
Okay.
And I've always felt this like push that gets stronger the older I get to like run away and fucking move to a city or move abroad and just like get out of my small town.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I get that, of course.
Even though I like
you're talking to two guys who fucking moved to New York in their 20s. We get it.
Exactly. I love my family and I have a lot of really good friends that I love, so that makes it like a little harder for me,
of course,
to like grasp that. But anyway, 6 months ago, I was like, I fucking hate my job and I need something new. So I was looking at ski mountain jobs in the Alps.
Hell yeah.
But I was like too late in the season to do that. So I just got a ski mountain job like down the road from me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been awesome.
Beef up the resume a little bit. Beef up the beef up the ski resort resume a little bit.
Yeah, and then maybe next year.
I got you.
Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
So I got the chance to go on like, there's like a 4-week gap between spring and summer, or summer and winter. We get laid off for 4 weeks. So I said, fuck it. backpacking trip to Europe for 11 days.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was sick.
That's awesome.
I was telling my sister about it, and she was like, that sounds cool. And I was like, hey, you want to go? Because she happened to be finishing up her semester. So
fuck yeah.
We went and explored Europe a little, right?
Love that.
And it was like awesome. It was dream come true for like the last 10 years. It's been something I want to do, right?
Hell yeah.
In Paris, I met this girl off Hinge.
Ooh.
And we had like a pretty fucking,
that's awesome.
3 solid days together.
Dude, that's the dream. Backpacking trip, shack up with a Parisian bitch for a fortnight. Nothing better than that.
That's what I'm saying. It was sick. So now she's like, hey, you should come live in Paris. And I'm like, all right, sick, well, dude. I feel like there's a lot of things pushing me in that direction. Like I really got nothing going on here.
Yeah, America sucks dick.
America fucking sucks dick. It's getting exponentially worse as time goes on.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should just go to Paris and like see what's up, even though like I know realistically maybe it doesn't work out with this girl.
Who cares? Who fucking gives a fuck, dude? Like, that's the thing. If you felt sort of directionless and have this malaise, and this is just sort of naturally in front of you, and you're young enough, like you're young enough, you don't have shit kind of holding you back, whatever. It's like, just fucking go. What's the worst that can happen? You have to find another fucking ski lodge job.
Yeah.
I got a hunch you'll be able to find. They're not asking about the gap in your resume when you fucking apply for a ski lodge job. And listen, it doesn't work out in Paris. Fuck it. Try a different city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's, to me, this sounds cool. And this sounds like the kind of thing where, what do you really have to lose? Like, go see if you like it. If it doesn't work out with her, all right, you lived in Paris for 6 months and it was you'll be able to tell that story for the rest of your life. And by the way, that might be enough for you. That might scratch this itch, right? Like, cause I remember starting, cause me and Eldest do have a very specific kind of like dorks around America, like thought of like, moving to New York is like that's our eat, pray, love, right? When you're like a fucking, we're like a fat schlub who's like, I want to get into comedy. Like New York is like the ultimate thing. And yeah, I remember when I was like 20 being like, man, if I don't make it in New York, I'm going to fucking kill myself, right? When the reality is like, the older I got, the more I'm like, I would see friends of mine who would like come to New York for 10 years. That was all they needed. Then they moved back. I saw people that moved here for a couple of years, had a great time and left. People who moved here and realized it wasn't for them. Like these experiences, look, could you be a fucking guy who just lives in Paris and you have fucking French kids and like whatever? Yeah, that's one way it could work. Could you be a guy who just has an awesome, or not even awesome, but like, the weirdest 6 months of your, like you and this girl have a weird relationship, you break up, and then you stay in Europe and backpack for 3 months and get your dick sucked in Berlin and fucking, go train to train, whatever the fuck. Like, either way, to me, you're never this is so perfect because you don't have a job that you're that worried about. Your expenses, it seems like, are probably low. This is the time to do it. And believe me,
this is the time.
Believe me, if it wasn't, I would tell you, right? I would tell you it's fucking dumb. But you're not about to come up for tenure at your fucking university. You're not about to get promoted. You're not about to make the union. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking serving up fucking hot chocolate and fucking teaching kids how to go down the bunny slope, right? Like you can find that job after you wash out of Europe, worst case scenario. So this is the time, bro. This is the most open and shut question we've ever actually gotten because I don't even see one negative, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
So the reason I needed like some outside perspective is because I'm going to talk to my friends and family about this and they're going to be like, oh, but we'll miss you. And they're going to hit maybe a little guilt trip and like, you should stay and like, we won't be able to see you. And I just needed someone else who's like on the outside with no association.
How old are you, Mike? Out of curiosity, did you say?
27.
Yeah, dude, you gotta go now, bro. You gotta go now.
I'm running out of time.
You gotta go now, man. And
by the way, on the doorstep of.
No, it's If you don't go now, and by the way,
it's never happened.
This is so you cannot let your friends and family guilt you into this shit. You cannot, bro. You will literally. This is crazy to fucking heighten this so much, but there are certain moments in a person's life that dictate how your life turns out. I'm not kidding. This is one of them. And if you become a guy who lets guilt and the familiar and inertia of how you grow up stop you from having new experiences, you will be this guy forever. You will be the coward who didn't go to Paris forever. Even if your life turns out good, on some level, you've changed who you are.
I'll regret. Yeah.
You will, dude. And I'm speaking of a guy who's like, I honestly, dude, I've been courageous like 5 important times in my life. And the rest of the time I've been a complete coward. But it was like, you know, moving to like just being like, you know what? I want to do stand up. Even though, I mean, you know, I went to therapy because I want to do stand up and my family guilt, like I had to have a therapist basically tell me doing stand up was okay. And I still didn't listen, by the way. I went back to school, had to learn it for myself, and then was like, no, she was right. Moving to New York was a big one. Fucking leaving Cumtown when I was making like 30 grand a month with no like, you know, certainty that shit would go well. And like, we've been really rewarded more than I even fucking could imagine. And it's like, you know, and look, some bets haven't worked. Sure. Like I've had some bad shit that didn't work out, whatever. But like, you know, there's a couple moments where it's like, you have to throw everything away or that are scary. And it's like, if you just power through that shit, you just become a better version of yourself, win or lose. Whether that situation went right or wrong, now you're a guy who takes chances and doesn't let his family and guilt stop him. And that in and of itself will be bigger for you than even going to Paris, in my opinion. Speaking as someone who's, you know, who's had a couple of these moments and a couple hard conversations and a couple hard decisions. That's my advice to you, bud. I couldn't more strongly believe that you should go.
Fuck yeah. It's good to hear.
Yeah, so do it. And yeah, call us back from a fucking French internet when you're all set up there.
Absolutely. Did you go to Chamonix when you were in Europe?
I did not.
Elder's just looking for an excuse to talk about his vacation.
Yeah,
go
seriously.
ahead.
Well, you should definitely go. That place was fucking awesome. It's like basically a French like ski bum town, and it was like, I was only there for one night with my wife, like near the end of our trip. But I was like, holy fuck, this is the coolest fucking place.
That's awesome.
It's just like so many young people were really doing that ski bum life up there, and God, you should seek that out if you go out there. But definitely, yeah, I fully agree with everything Stav said. This sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got nothing to lose. And hey, worst case scenario, you're just back in 6 months to a year.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah. But call us back in a year. We want an update either way, all right?
Fuck yeah, I will do so.
All right, big dog. Good luck.
All right. Thank you guys. Love the pod. Love what you do. Keep it up.
Buddy.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks for talking to me.
Take it easy. Wow, he's got to do that.
Yeah.
He's got to fucking do that, man.
I mean, it's like if you drop your life and go to fucking Paris, half the reason is because you want to get French pussy. And sounds like he's got that lined up.
And by the way, even if you move back, now you're the guy. Dude, how many people? Remember when we were like, I remember comics who came to New York, failed, right? Older people.
Yeah.
But they were not failed, but they were just like, it just wasn't for them. Like I had friends who like older comics who like were passed at the cellar or had a TV credit. And it's like, yeah, did you have the fucking exact career you wanted to? Maybe not, but those guys are, you go back and you talk about your 6 months in France, you're so much more interesting than the version of yourself that just stays there the whole time.
Totally.
You just had, like, I had friends who came to New York, had some success and realized all this work isn't worth it, but they had some cool stories. And a lot of those guys helped me just become a better stand-up, or like, and you could be a guy who some kid from your hometown could talk to you about living in France, and then
totally
you could help somebody else, you know? So
totally.
Anyway, it's beautiful. We're all for having transformative life experiences and taking gambles here on this podcast. What else we got?
I'm going to move to a little update here from Jesus. Jesus 13.
Jesus 13.
You're on mute. You're on mute, my friend. Please unmute.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm watching my kid right now.
You're washing your kid?
Watching?
No, watching.
Okay, I was like, damn, you could give it a bath, bro. You can call back. But anyway.
All right, Jesus 13. You hit me with a sufficient guilt trip in the Discord. You have waited a few episodes, of course. We do want to hear from you, but there's a lot of new callers we want to get to too.
All right.
A lot of people are trying to give updates, but here you are, my friend.
All right.
Remind us what's going on and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so I'm updating you guys on my twin brother that was going to go into the Marines.
Of course.
And so he's in boot camp right now, and he just sent us a letter and, just telling us how tough it is to be a Marine.
Yeah, no shit.
He's like, so this is pretty gay. I think I'm going to quit. And
yeah.
He's like, I think I'm going to quit, and this is just really sucks. And
yeah, but Eldest could do it. If he just got a waiver, he could do it.
I could do it with an age waiver. Now, of course, there's other things that might keep me from really fully realizing it, like my eyes. I am flat-footed. My eyesight's bad. And
you've recently started complaining of new knee pains.
Yeah, my knees have been hurting because I walked 10,000 steps a day for 9 days in a row, and it's now become hard to stand for more than like 40 minutes straight. But yeah. I'm not deterred, but what's your brother got to say about it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's saying it's brutal. In the letter, he said he had the worst day of his life. And
yeah.
So we'll see if he could stick through the next, month and a half.
Well, how long has he been doing it? Because you called when was your original call? Like a year ago or 2 years ago or something?
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got a OWI before he was supposed to get sent off. So they suspended him for another year.
Wait, what's an OWI?
What's an OWI?
Operating under the influence.
Oh damn!
Oh,
damn! They changed DUI. I see.
But yeah, so he got sent to jail, and I had to bail him out, and he got suspended for another year, and they finally took him.
Well, hey, fuck it, man. Let him stay. Normally, I'm like, get out of the army. Don't be a fucking stormtrooper. But hey, man, this kid sounds like he might benefit from a little.
Yeah,
bit
that's proof you need to double down on the army, as the older brother trying to set him straight.
Yeah,
you got to keep him in there.
Otherwise, he's moving back in with you. Listen, I got a hunch he's not going to a coding boot camp right now. So let's let him go to regular boot camp.
But yeah, definitely not, because I just saw a couple pictures that they posted of his platoon, and they're running them ragged right now.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that sounds so fuck. I can't think of anything I'd like to do that I would be worse at than boot camp. Like just doing physical labor and having to listen to orders from people you don't respect. Tough. But hey.
Yeah, but Eldest could do it.
Eldest could do it for sure.
I could do it. Fuck you, Jesus. Now I regret taking your call, motherfucker. I should have made your ass wait another episode.
Well, hey, man, hopefully your brother gets through it, I guess. Doesn't like move in with you and you don't have to fucking feed him anymore. So, good luck to the boy. And yeah, Eldest, he'll do it any day now. Eldest is basically the government's last weapon when they really want to open up the Strait of Hormuz. They'll fucking send Eldest in there like Rambo from Rambo 2.
I feel like every day I have a new lease on my army aspirations. Like, this administration doesn't care. They're going to keep putting that age up.
Of course.
Come one, come all. So,
yeah.
I'll have my chance when I'm ready.
What's up?
Hello?
Okay, that worked. Oh, sorry. Some lady's asking if my kid can have a cookie.
Oh, nice. Well, look, I hope your kid enjoys the cookie, and we hope your brother makes it through boot camp, I guess. He seems like the kind of kid who could use it. So,
yeah, we'll see. I mean, I had another question, but I don't know if you guys have time.
Go ahead. Is something
what do
quick?
You got? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be quick. So I'm planning to have another kid eventually with my girl. So it'd be my second one, but the only issue is I'm having a lot of trouble trying to mitigate. Once again, I feel like it's always been my role to be the middleman, but
of course,
my girl and my family don't get along at all.
Oh God.
And it's so tough because I mean, like I try to plan things so we could all like have a good time together and just, get over the bullshit, because eventually we'll be married and, we'll have another kid, but it's just always like a back and forth thing. And I'm just kind of tired of it.
Well, what do you think? What is the root of this, these disagreements, or, why don't they see eye to eye, you don't think?
Well, sometimes I do side with my family more, but only because this is the best my relationship has been with my mom. So, but
hold on. That's crazy. Let me just stop you right there. The reason you side with your family being that your mom, who used to, I'm guessing it wasn't your fault as the child that your relationship wasn't good, right? Like your mom was doing the fucked up shit. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but she was a huge Jehovah's Witness.
I remember this. Yes.
I was under her thumb.
And your brother, and you were kind of raising your brother essentially.
Yeah. After I moved out, he eventually moved in with me.
Yeah. I apologize. Eldest did not give me any fucking context as to who was giving us a fucking really great producing. He had a beef with you apparently, but he couldn't let me know who the fuck was calling in. But yes, I remember now the situation completely. Here's what I'll say. The reason you side with your family is that your mom, who previously was a fucking asshole to you, now is sort of acting better. That's unfair to your girlfriend. Like, now, if you just happen to think she's being unreasonable, that's one thing. But if you're keeping the peace with your family to appease your mom, who kind of owes you better behavior, like what you're doing is sort of allowing your mom to potentially ruin your relationship because now she's acting better. She should have been acting better when you were a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, when just because a formerly like kind of shitty parent starts acting right, I do think it's fucked. It's unfair. I will just say it that way. It's unfair of your girlfriend to sort of put your thumb on the scale for your family because a formerly shitty parent is now kind of acting okay. Now, if you just happen to disagree with your girlfriend or you think she's the one being unreasonable, that's different. But are you like, that's my initial thought, but I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, but initially, like, she was in the wrong because she accused my sister of essentially stealing from us when she didn't.
Ooh, that's tough.
And that caused a lot of tension between her and my sister. And then that got back to my mom, and just a lot of weird tension going on. And I just want this to be over and just, become a family, because either way, we're all going to be intertwined no matter what. So,
well, look, you have to undo this knot, right? Because here's the thing. The inciting incident, your girl is wrong, right? And your girl needs to apologize, and she needs to actually apologize to imagine getting accused of stealing by your sister-in-law. That's kind of fucking nuts. So that's number one, right? But the backlash of then your mom your mom probably overstepped her bounds or was kind of cunty to your girl, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So this is horrible because you're in the worst possible position, because you basically have to have a conversation with both of them. You have to tell your girl, like, that was fucking crazy. You should not have accused my sister of stealing. And then you have to talk to your mom and say, that's a private look. My girl and our whatever, my sister and me, we're gonna figure this out. What you're doing is not helpful. Adding fuel to the fire is not helpful. It was a mistake. We're moving on, but you cannot address my girl like that. I think that's how that, and unfortunately, that's two of the most annoying conversations I could possibly think of having. But that is what you have to do, because you're like, I just want us to get better. Why don't we all just hang out? That's never how it's going to be if this stuff is festering. You need to actually fix this, or you're never just magically going to become a family if your family fucking resents each other, right? So like now, something you might have to really reckon with is that, I mean, why did your girl do that? That's fucking crazy. Like, did you think your sister possibly stole from you? Did she have any?
No.
Yeah.
No, my sister just is really dumb and very forgetful, and she forgot she had what she was accused of, and that just, I tried to talk things out between the both of them, and neither of them like gave way, so I was just caught in the middle, and they just like have not gotten along since, and that happened like almost a year ago.
Yeah, man. I mean, let me just tell you right now, you're kind of so fucked. It's crazy. Because you have just, look, no, you picked the woman who's exactly like all the fucking insane women in your family to start a family with. And this is just going to be a problem. I'm sorry. Like, unless you fucking really work on everybody's mental health, I hate to be the guy who's like, fuck, this is a tough one. But this is typically how these issues go. They're compounded, right? Like, you're talking about a misunderstanding that neither one of them will back down from. That's a real problem. And there's no easy solution to that. But ignoring it is definitely not the solution. Like, I think you just have to work kind of, this sucks, dude.
Yeah.
This just sucks dick. I mean, I'm sorry to be like, I'm at a loss here, but you know.
No, you're
sadly too, you're like, you know, I know you don't want this responsibility, but it is your job to like be the mediator here and like,
I mean, this is
get everyone on the same page and like, you know.
It's not. Let's give him some credit. It's not your job. In a perfect world, it's like, first of all, your mother should be supporting you, right? Like a parent should, in a perfect world, should be like a overarching voice of wisdom that's like, hey, let's not. It was a misunderstanding. We all love each other as a big family.
That's not my experience, but
it's not my experience either. But it's like, that's you shouldn't have to be the mediator between all the mental illness in your family. But El just makes a good point where it's like, if it ain't you, it's not going to be anybody, right? And unfortunately, how these things go is like you just, these people make you pick sides. I hate to be this fucking black and white, but if they're this fucking unreasonable over a misunderstanding about whatever. So your girl accused your sister of stealing something that she had in her possession. Now it sounds like your sister's or your girl's not even that, it was rude of her to say it, but she's not completely wrong either. So it's this tough thing where this is all pride and almost like, bravado. And that's a real issue. And it sounds like, unfortunately, your girl has the exact same mental health problems that your mother and sister do. Is that right?
Potentially. Yeah, and I feel like I'm the only one between anyone in my family that is reasonable and can like have a conversation. And I just feel like,
yeah, dude,
I've always been the pillar and the middleman, and I will never get, away from that role.
Well, I hate to fucking put this on you because you're with this woman and you have kids, but you just recreated all the shit in you from your childhood. Like, and it's like you hate it, but also you feel useful and you feel like it gives you worth to be this person. And I'm speaking as somebody who is, to this day, probably the middleman in the family, right? Like, growing up, I definitely had the same position in my family where it was like, I kind of tried to make sure everybody got along, and it's very frustrating. But I do think I think this starts with you. You need to go to therapy to fucking understand why you did this and why you chose to recreate your childhood dynamic with the woman you're going to end up, you're having children with and one day will get married. And then from that, you need to use that information to improve your relationships with these people, and understand where your boundaries are, understand what is and isn't acceptable for you. And because right now you're only thinking about what you can do for everybody else. And that's not fair to you, but also in the long term, that will only breed resentment for these people. And in the long term, I think this leads to the kind of thing where you're just like, fuck everybody, I'm fucking leaving, right? So it's not easy. There's no easy solution here, unfortunately. But that is the only answer, is kind of the same way, we were saying, like, untie the knot of this fucking problem. You need to untie the knot of, like, the central things in your psychology that leads you to, because whether you like it or not, you sought out this position because these are your fucking patterns, right? Like, you just feel comfortable here. And I think you need to break that for yourself. Like, I don't think you can live that way for the rest of your life. And I think whatever realizations you come to, you have in therapy or just with self-reflection, you need to, like, sort of dictate, you need to let those dictate how you approach these relationships. But it's not easy. And it's not something that you can just fucking do overnight. This is like something that takes forever. So
yeah,
I'm sorry, this sucks, but you're probably just going to have to juggle some fucking annoying women. It sounds like.
I mean, Jesus, I'll say too, like, yeah, I agree with Stavvy. This probably will be just like a years long process to iron all these kinks out.
To maybe help it a little bit.
At the same time, though, I don't know. I wouldn't think that dismally of it. Like, in a way, this could be an opportunity for you to evolve and grow and like express yourself, learn how to communicate with your wife better, and continue to improve your relationship with, like, your mom or whatever. Just come to, like, some understanding that, doesn't eat away at you with 100%. Her at least. So I think if you, like, think of it like that, you shouldn't be like, oh God, the rest of my life is like, just breaking up these catty whores going at each other. It's not like that. No, I know. I say that with the utmost respect. Sorry, my Albanian kicked in.
That beat is coming out.
The red pill Sula.
But I think, like, I don't know. I would just think, I remember when we talked to you about your brother originally, it just seemed like so bad and stressful and hopeless. And you and your wife, like, had your kid coming, right? And
yes.
I don't know. How do you feel about that overall situation? This could be just another instance of that.
But that's a great example, though, right? Because, like, look, when we tell most people to go to the fucking army, probably not. But this was, for you, it's like, is it the perfect solution? No, but it is a step in the right direction, right? Like, with your brother, that was a big step in the right direction. And more importantly, it got it off of your plate. I think the point I'm trying to make, and yes, I was being negative for comedic effect, but what Elda said is completely right. This is an opportunity for understanding yourself and also understanding what you are and aren't capable of, right? This might be too much. Thinking of yourself as the fulcrum for your entire family might just be too much for you. And through therapy, it will help you understand what you are capable of without killing yourself emotionally. And it will help your relationship with all these people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I say that as somebody who started that journey, like, 10 years ago, and I still haven't fixed everything I'd like to with everyone in my family. But I can tell you, every 6 months, I felt like it improved a little bit. So, you have some shit to do, but it's like, you are built for this. And instead of taking that energy and thinking of it like, how do I solve everybody else's problems? You need to focus a little bit of that on yourself and understand what you need. And when you get that, then you can actually sort of be this mediator in a way that's helpful for everyone, including yourself.
Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. So, I'll just have to take it step by step and just have to deal with all this bullshit coming from both sides.
Every family has, like, dynamics like this. Even the best families have, like, these little things that are just, like, years long. And, if you had a completely different family, you would still be dealing with some bullshit
absolutely.
like this, some weird little dynamic. So you got to, like, keep that in mind and just tell yourself, like, yes, like Stav's saying, like, what do you need? What kind of, like, understanding of yourself, your life, you're like...
It's the lifeboat thing. It's the airplane thing, right? Where it's like, in the event of the crash, make sure you're wearing the fucking oxygen mask first before you help anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're kind of like, you're not doing that. It feels like your entire life since you were a child has been giving, putting oxygen masks on your Jehovah's Witness mother, your rambunctious brother, and your dumb, forgetful sister, and now your wife. So it's like, but yeah, we're saying, give yourself a little oxygen mask, my brother. Taste that fucking medical grade O2 right now.
Yeah, you guys were pretty spot on about all that, because even though I was trying to help everyone else out, I was struggling with my own like drug addiction and emotional issues.
Of course, bro.
Absolutely.
Of course. So yeah, get your shit together. And by the way, here's the other nice thing. You have a fucking child and you have a long-term girlfriend. And so you also, while you're working on this and you're trying to figure out, well, how do I treat everyone? The natural order of things kind of figured that out for you, where here's how I'll tell you right now, the first priority in your life is your kid first and absolutely foremost. And then right under that is your relationship with the mother of your kid and your kid together as a family. And then the rest of your family, starting with whoever was, your sister, brother, and then mom is the fucking last one here, by the way, right? Like, you need to understand, like, that should be your sort of like order of operations. Is like child absolutely first, then you honestly personally second, and then you and your girl, and then you and the family members that weren't fucking weird parents for a while, and then your weird parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It's tough though. I get it, bro. This shit's tough. But yeah, we don't want you fucking struggling. The most important thing is that your kid has a good life, and the second most important thing is you shouldn't fucking have to drive yourself to fucking substance abuse to get through your fucking stressful ass life.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well,
man.
I appreciate it, fellas. I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, I feel like I'm just still stuck in the same position as I was before. So,
well, look, here's the thing. Effectively, you are, and every day that you don't take a step to change it, you are worse, right? Look, this is you're starting a long-term infrastructure project, basically. Yeah. It's like, yeah, a lot of places wish they had a fucking subway, right? What that looks like is 10 years of fucking digging. So look, one day you will look back when you're riding a nice emotional subway across your fucking, this metaphor is not really sticking, but you know what I'm saying.
Across the city of your life.
Yeah, when you're riding the emotional subway, you're taking a stop on Nice Day with My Mom Street. And then you're taking it to the not throwing a drink at each other at the Barbecue Avenue stop or whatever. Look, we've recorded a couple episodes today and we're nearing the end. And maybe it's not the strongest metaphor. But the point is, it's again, another classic thing. The best day to plant a tree was 40 years ago. The second best day is right now. That's it, bro. Like, I know it's you feel like you're stuck in the exact same position, but each day you do even something as simple as journaling your thoughts and emotions every time these family members get in a fight. Really thinking about how that makes you feel, that's a step in the right direction. Understanding how these people affect you and how these situations affect you, that's a step in the right direction. Researching good therapists, asking around, that's a step in the right direction. Think of it that way. That's helped me with long-term goals, right? Like, it wasn't like, starting from fucking I wasn't going to do 5 minutes of stand-up and then have a Netflix special. It took me I started standing when I was 19. I got my first credit at, how was I, 33, 34? Whenever the fuck it was. But 12, 13 fucking years, right? And that's, again, I'm just saying, all this shit is I didn't go from being a shitty, fat college student to being a shitty, fat 30-year-old who was good at stand-up overnight. That shit took way too fucking long and it was annoying. But every time I wrote one joke, I felt like, hell yeah, I'm getting to the next level, right? And don't let it, make you feel bad. Just be like, all right, every little step is a step in the right direction. That's obviously easier said than done. And but I think that's the only perspective you can have. And to your credit, give yourself some credit. You have done really hard shit, right? And now it's a matter of like putting that energy on this instead of like, just sort of doing it scattershot whenever an emergency would happen. But good luck, babe. We're rooting for you. It sucks dick. Families are brutal, but and give yourself credit for fucking coming out of this situation in a good position, right? Like you're figuring your shit out. Everyone seems to be trending in the right direction. That's positive, bro. It really is. And for overcoming addiction, all this stuff. You've done a lot. You're a very resilient person and you can keep it going. And I know it's tiring, but one day it will be easier. Each day you work on it, the next day gets easier.
Yeah, I'm just giving everything I can to my kid, everything my dad never gave me. Exactly. And it's been going pretty great. So
exactly.
And I appreciate
like I said,
you guys.
At the end of the day, that's the number one, right? If through this journey you understand, I don't have enough bandwidth to give a fuck about my mom or my sister or whatever the fuck, that's fine. That's fair, dude, because you have a kid and you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. And I have faith that you'll continue doing it. So, just check in, give us a call in a couple years, in a year, whenever you have something to report. We're always here for you, my friend.
And I won't make you wait so many episodes next time.
Yeah, it's a reoccurring thing. You did that to me last time too.
Well,
everyone, you can't depend on anyone in your life, even the podcast producers.
Like I said, we have a lot of callers, a lot of people.
All right, we got it. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you.
We love you, Jesus.
Talk to you later. We'll love you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work.
Check in, brother. Bye.
You very gleefully have the TV set up, and it feels like you have something prepared, Aldous. And I'm gonna guess it's disrespectful towards me, but let's find out. Is this what's taking us home?
Yes, I think this will take us home. If you're waiting on the line, we'll get to you next time. Speaking of,
maybe we'll do more episodes. If people keep calling in, maybe we need to up the frequency. But anyway, what do we got here?
Let's wrap it up with a little update from our friend Annie. Annie, what's going on?
What's going on? I'm just sitting here waiting to talk to you.
Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
What's going on,
Thank you for
Annie?
hopping on. Now, Stav, I never do this. I reached out to Annie personally and told her to hang tight for the end of this live call-in because there's a little something we want to share with you.
Okay.
So Annie, I have this TV queued up in front of Stav. He hasn't seen anything yet, but
okay.
What little trick have you
okay,
organized?
Can I set this up?
Yeah, do you have a little setup preamble you want to do here, Annie?
I do. I've been thinking about it while I've been waiting. So, Stav, you are going to think this is the stupidest decision I've ever made.
Okay. Interesting.
However, and I agree.
Okay.
However, it is also deeply meaningful.
All right. So don't shit on it too much, is what you're saying.
I love this podcast.
Okay. Oh, no.
I love the two
Annie,
of you.
what have you done, Annie? I know where this is going.
I love your beautiful friendship. It's inspiring.
No.
I love the friendships I have made because of this podcast. And yeah, that's why I did this.
All right. Let's see it. You know what? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's actually cute.
And stop.
Oh, it's right by your tits.
It's on my tit and near my heart.
Right.
And if you need a better picture of it, you can check your DMs.
Okay.
Because I've already sent you
tattoo
photos if you want to see a before and after.
Sure. That's fucking crazy. Annie, that is insane, and I do think it's a mistake, but having said that, it isn't. You didn't get the Stavvy's World logo. It is, and you know what? That's a pretty cute rendering of us. That is pretty accurate.
It's adorable.
It's really, really good, actually. So
I feel like I could get this tattoo.
I know. Now I'm kind of like, should we get this tattoo?
Oh my God, do
it. Holy shit. Annie, you know what? Even again, if you're a person that has a lot of tattoos and you find a tasteful way that doesn't feel branded, You did I will say you did a great job.
Yeah.
There's no chance I thought I was going to see a tattoo I agreed with, but this is cute. It's a very nice rendering of me and Eldest, and we appreciate it. And you know what? We are happy that you have made friends in this community, because that's, at the end of the day, we love when this does feel like a fucking big group of, that's the whole point of this podcast, is like, can we all just fucking chill and hang out? So
yeah,
this is good. I'm shocked that I like this. Congrats, your tattoo artist. Whoever cooked this up did a very good job.
Shout out to Gabe. Gabe is awesome.
Shout out to Gabe. Give him a little plug. Yep. Shout out to Gabe at wherever the fuck he did this. This is very cute. And you know what? I just love the idea that somebody's going to be sucking on your tits and looks up and sees me and Eldest smiling like fucking anime girls.
Some 19-year-old kid.
Some fucking sophomore working out his fucking mommy issues is going to nut while he locks eyes with me and tattooed Eldest.
It's beautiful.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Annie. Thank you for checking in, and congrats on the new ink. And we'll talk to you next time. Get out, have a nice one.
Love you.
Great checking in. Love you too.
We love you, Annie.
Bye.
Bye. That's so awesome.
Honestly, dude, I really thought you blew it and this was gonna be fucking stupid, but this actually ended up being.
I know. Awesome. She's shared this in the Discord like 5-6 weeks ago, something crazy. I was like, we gotta reveal this to Stav on there.
Crazy, dude.
And of course, we love you, Annie. We set out a nice little care package. You have raised the bar for getting free merch to a really stupid level.
That is true.
So,
damn, incredible.
Yeah.
Screenshot that and send it to me.
Absolutely.
Well, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for everybody who called in. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.